sorry about that. Usually I'm always going live at 8:30 p.m., but I was too busy getting myself cleaned up. So now I'm here on live, and my husband says that he just baked chocolate cake. I am so glad. I want to try it later on after this episode. So, okay, yeah, so I was getting myself cleaned up, so I was relaxing, watching a movie on Netflix. He says, "You get it at the party tomorrow." Okay, fine. But chocolate is my favorite cake. And it's my favorite flavor and only chocolate. I don't like other flavors. So, um, anyway, yes. So I was relaxing, watching a movie on Netflix. Also, I got the new wristwatch strap. I actually have the whole bunch of them. My producer got for me, so we just changed it because the other one, these little short strap thingies, yeah, I only had one because it broke off. So I got two. With all of them, I got all the straps for it, and it came with two. And it also came with a bunch of different colors. This is the exact same light pink strap for my wristwatch, and I got to put it together while my producer helped me. So if next time if it breaks down, I have another one, but it's in my half price bag. So anyway, got a new story for you guys. It's like I'm the reporter and telling you guys what's going on with all these stories and stuff. Basically, I'm sort of a reporter. And actually, you know what? Fearless is right. I am sort of a reporter.
Yep.
It's a real thing, and I love doing it. So, the news story is called The Woman Records Office. It's like a ghost story thing. It's for the dead. A reporter for the dead. So that's what I am now. And I love, sorry, my mic is a little cuckoo. Um, anyway, but yeah, so it was raining today. Um, as soon as I got home, the rain just literally started going off like extremely hard. It's like almost um, rocks of ice like showing up. And what my husband just said, um, we are the beach, and Peach and Berry family until fall. Then we become the Apple family. Basically, he is saying that we are a bunch of different kind of fruit families. So that's what we are. And yes, Chris, we are.
Yep.
Anyway, thank you guys for listening to all my stories. Basically, I have been a reporter for the dead for like a year now. I used to talk about my family, how I came to this America like as a child, and then turned into wow, this reporter in like whole time, like for the next couple days. I mean, I was like in Fearless's show only for a couple of episodes, and then I had my own. I'm actually happy about it. It's like I became a reporter for the dead. I just feel like, maybe I should become a reporter as a ghost storyteller / reporter, but only for the ghosts, for the dead. So here I am doing a report for you guys. And you guys know what tomorrow is? It is 4th of July, which is Independence Day. It's been like over 250 years since the Declaration of Independence was born. So it was like over 250 years back when the founding father of Declaration Independence literally was signed sometime around 1800s. I think it was about the year 1800. So anyway, but yeah, so happy Independence Day to all of you who are out there watching my show right now, except for my husband's grandparents, Grandma Peg and Grandpa Bob.
Yes.
So Grandma Peg and Grandpa Bob. It's okay if they haven't watched it because they go to bed at 8:30, but it's okay if they miss my show. But if they want to watch it, that's fine. If they want me back on 8 o'clock p.m., that's fine. So anyway, let's get started on the story. It is amazing story, but these stories are actually real, and they actually based on real life events. So that's why I'm doing these reports for you guys. Right after this, I'm probably just gonna get ready for bed because Chris has to go to work tomorrow morning, and then at 5 o'clock he has to go to his second job. But he actually on for his first job, he gets off work early because we're probably gonna go to cousin Becca's house.
Yes, that's why I made the cake.
Yeah, so he actually got PTO, but 5 o'clock, my husband has to go to work for his other job, aren't you?
Yes.
We probably have to tell Becca we have to leave early.
Yeah, it'll be fine by like 4 or 5. The party will be winding down.
Yeah, well, but you have to be at Marco's Pizza at 5 o'clock sharp.
True.
That's why we have to leave early.
Yeah.
You might want to tell Becca that when we get there.
I will.
So anyway, but yes, we're going to a party for 4th of July. We cannot stay a lot later because Chris has to deliver pizzas from 5 to 10 p.m. So that is the reason why we probably going to come early. So anyway, let's get on the story. So I just want to say thanks, guys. I love you. And you're going to be hearing a lot more episodes. You're going to be seeing a lot of more episodes and hearing a lot of stories. So like half a year probably until I get more stories. So we're half a year away. Well, by next year, hopefully, I'm probably going to have more stories by next year because I started in 2025 all the way to here. So we have another year, but I'm almost up to 200 stories. So let's get started. Please click like, share, and subscribe and get yourself something to drink. If you're feeling cold, get under the covers. Maybe get something to eat as well. So Chris and I had mashed potatoes, chicken, and some cucumbers. I haven't had any fruits since dinner, but I will, and then I'm gonna get ready for bed. I'm probably gonna watch YouTube videos or finish watching the movie. The movie that I was watching is called Flowers in the Attic. It's the first one. I have seen the second one. I have seen the third one. So, yes, I've seen them all a long time ago, like 10 years ago probably. like that, or more than 10 years back. So probably sometime in 2012, I think. Yeah, almost 14 years ago. But yeah, I think that's when the movie came out, I guess. All three of them. But anyway, let's get started on the story. I bet you're dying to hear it, so let's go. We're still on 5th season. It's already 9, but that's okay. Anyway, we are on episode 183. And excuse my glasses, I just need to wipe them down. They're a bit dirty, but anyway, I could still see the words. So let's get started. The woman in the records office. All right. Paula took the temporary clerical position at the county courthouse because she needed steady work that did involve standing all day, and because records, unlike customers, usually stayed where they were told. The courthouse annex was newer than the main building, but connected by a service hallway that still smelled faintly and varnish. Dust and old paper, her job seemed simple. Box old probate files, scan deeds, and help clear space in a records office no one had organized properly in years. The room she worked in sat at the far end of the second floor behind a glass panel. Bless you.
Thanks.
Door labeled archives, authorized staff only. It was windowless and too cold, but Paula didn't mind. But the second week she knew which cabinets jammed, which folders had been mislabeled by lazy predecessors. Okay, this word is a little weird for me to say. It's got a hard, so yeah, I think it's predecessors, and which judge's handwriting had made the county's legal history unnecessarily difficult. The first odd thing she noticed was that files she left unfinished overnight always returned to her desk in the exact order she intended to handle them next. At first, she took this as a blessing and assumed the senior deputy clerk had been helping without telling her. Then she began finding more specific corrections. Dates she had misread from carbon copies were lightly underlined in pencil. A divorce packet missing from its envelope appeared tucked into the proper folder after she'd spent an hour searching for it. One morning she found a neat stack of index cards laid out beside the scanner, each with a surname, volume number, and year matching exactly the run of records she'd been dreading all week. No one admitted leaving them. The deputy clerk, when asked, reacted with the resigned face of someone being forced to name a habit of the building out loud. There had once been a records woman named Agnes Doyle, she said, who worked that office for nearly 40 years and did not care for incomplete filing. Agnes died at her desk after staying late to prepare estate documents for a morning hearing. No one living now remembered she still minds loose ends. The deputy clerk added. Paula had no patience for supernatural romanticism. She believed in burnt-out bulbs, not dead civil servants, but institutions preserve personalities as surely as they preserve paperwork. And within days, the office began acting less like coincidence and more like supervision. If Paula stacked folders carelessly, she'd return from lunch to find them squared flush against the blotter. If she left a paper clip on a century-old deed instead of replacing it with proper archival fasteners, the clip would be removed and set reproachfully on top of the storage box. Once, after muttering that a missing guardianship ledger was probably gone forever, she found the whole volume waiting on the rolling cart beside her chair, with a slip of note paper inside, reading in sharp, unfamiliar script. Nothing is lost. It is only where you failed to look. She disliked how much the sentence sounded earned. The first sighting came in reflected glass rather than directly. Paula stayed late during a sleet storm to finish a backlog before month end. The courthouse emptied floor by floor until only the hum of HVAC and the elevator relay clicks remained. She was feeding a deed book into the overhead scanner when she glanced up at the darkened office window and saw in reflection a woman seated at the second desk by the filing cabinets. Gray dress, hair pinned close, wire spectacles low on the bridge of her nose. The woman was writing without hurry, pausing now and then to glance toward Paula's stacks with unmistakable disapproval. Paula spun around. The second desk stood empty except for an inkwell blotter. No one had moved in years. When she faced the window again, the reflection was still there, and the reflected Agnes lifted one finger and pointed toward a drawer Paula had not yet opened because the label said miscellaneous old. That's even creepier. I can't even pronounce these words. It's so strange. I mean, a lot of words that big are extremely hard for me to pronounce and misspell them somehow. I don't know even how to sound them out. Anyway, let's continue on the story. We're about 19 minutes. So after the story, we're going to go straight to the questions and answers. Let me know if you think this story is relatable, and if it makes any sense, please leave me comments down below. So anyway, I think somehow Agnes is trying to help the new person. I think the girl. She's like the records person, whatever. Anyway, let's continue on because I hope you guys got what you need. So anyway, let's just continue on. Inside that drawer were not miscellaneous papers, but a run of guardianship fillings from a black neighborhood displaced by urban renewal, records that had been omitted from transfer indexes decades earlier. Paula stared at the names, dates, and attached notices long enough for anger to overtake fear. The files mattered, not just for order, but for living descendants who had been told for years that certain probate records no longer existed. She showed the deputy clerk the next morning. The woman crossed herself, then called the county archivist, who reacted with equal parts excitement and dread. Agnes hated hidden boxes, he muttered. She said, miscellaneous was where officials buried embarrassment. After that, Paula stopped framing the office as haunted in the funhouse sense. It felt more like a dead woman with standards and grudges still rooted in the filing system. Public consequences arrived quickly. Genealogists requested access. A local reporter asked why the records had been omitted. County council suddenly cared deeply about indexing policy. Through it all, the office remained actively, unnervingly helpful. A mislabeled map appeared rolled on the right shelf before the reporter's visit. A clerk who planned to clean out old transfer cards found her box sealed shut until Paula arrived and redirected her to approval retention protocols. One evening, while trying to trace one family across name changes and address shifts, Paula found a fountain pen placed across the exact line in a ledger margin, where a clerk decades earlier had quietly altered a lot designation. She would have missed it without the pen. When she looked up, Agnes stood plainly in the doorway between stacks, one hand resting on the frame, expression severe but not unkind. They always thought no one would read closely forever, she said. Then she vanished. Paula stayed in the job long after then. The temporary contract ended, partly because she needed work, mostly because leaving began to feel like abandoning a conversation with the dead that had direct implications for the living. She developed rituals. She announced each day's priority list aloud. She reboxed fragile files with more care than policy required. She never wrote miscellaneous on anything again. On the anniversary of Agnes Doyle's death, the archivist brought in a small brass label holder found in basement storage with Agnes's name typed on a faded insert. Paula cleaned it and set it on the second desk by the filing cabinets. The office felt lighter after that. Not warm exactly, but less resistant. Corrections still happened, though now they came with a different tone. A needed page already opened, a pencil left beside the right form, a cart parked exactly where it would save her a walk. Years later, lawyers and researchers would praise the county for its records accessibility, as though accessibility were merely software and staff training. Paula always smiled politely and left them keep the tidy fiction. The truth was less presentable, that a dead records woman with no tolerance for erased people continued supervising retrieval through one cold office at the end of the hall. Some institutions are haunted not by tragedy alone, but by the refusal to let the bureaucracy bury what it once mishandled on purpose. Agnes Doyle, Paula decided, was not trapped there. She simply had not yet accepted the county's right to misfile the truth. I'm thinking that, this story is just so sad and tragic about this woman named Agnes Doyle. Do you guys know who Agnes Doyle was? She was the courthouse office person, like almost like a secretary or something like that. She handled a lot of filings, and she literally was the assistant of the judge or something like that. She's been dead for a very long time, and this story is pretty much related. So now that the story is done, now let's go with the questions. I just hope that makes any sense with the story, and I hope it makes any sense to me, to my husband. Oh, look, we don't have a cat up here. She's probably downstairs asleep. So,
let's get the questions going, baby.
Exactly. So, I am really thirsty here, guys. Anyway, Agnes was the best assistant, filing cabinet assistant for the judge. So, anyway, let's go with the questions. We have 10 questions, including 10 answers. I hope that this makes any sense to you all, because I'm still trying to literally get this story in my brain to sink in, and I'm trying to imagine what she looked like, what the story can hold. This is probably related to real life events. And like I said before, in the beginning, I'm basically a reporter, like um, the article person or something like that, you know. But anyway, let's get started with the stories. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll try and figure out what the answers. I'll try my best to give you all the answers. Would you have kept working in the records office after the first unexplained corrections?
Yes.
Even my husband agrees. So I say yes as well. So if I were Agnes, I would definitely would want to work at the records office, which like a person that keeps all the records sealed, especially about families, and it's like a secret, but they cannot be unsealed. It's like being locked forever. So the person has to keep all the secrets. But if anyone asks for these records, that person probably would say no to the person, but she can only answer to the judge about it, something like that. So, which she actually worked in the courthouse, but in the records area. So, my answer would be a yes. But I don't have that kind of job because I don't know anything about keeping records sealed in the office. So why would I? This is the only job I like, doing the ghost stories for the dead and, for all of you guys, because the living, who are watching my show and listening at the same time as they are like exercising at night at home. So, you know what I mean. But anyway, my answer is going to be a yes. So, let's go to number 2. Do you think Agnes stayed because of duty, anger, or ethics? I think that it's probably because of her job. My answer is actually because of her serious job that she loved the most. She hated when people did unfinished shit, but she didn't mind unfinished work, but she just couldn't handle others very well. That's why she corrected those things. And, like say mistakes, she hates them, even in death. So let me ask you guys that question again. Do you think Agnes stayed because of duty, anger, or ethics?
All 3.
All 3?
Yes.
All right then. Well, my answer is actually going to be it's because of her serious job that she wanted to finish, but she couldn't because she died. So that's why she's still there. But now, since Paula found in to kind of, I don't know, storage her name, and they finally put her little template with her name on it on the desk somewhere, and I think she got freed somehow. So do you guys think she was trapped somewhere, or do you guys think that when she died she literally was bound to the records office for all eternity? For me, I think she was trapped because she literally was trying to help Paula to do some corrections with words, like the filing cabinet stuff, that sort of thing, where rewriting some notes or whatever. But anyway, I think it was her job. But now she can move on into the afterlife. She can find peace and watch over the living from heaven. Let's go to number 3. What was more unsettling, the corrected files or seeing her in the reflection? I think it was both. For me, it's like corrected files as well, and also seeing her spirit in the reflection. Like she was like pissed off because they put the files in the wrong file cabinet. She was so really mad about it. No wonder why she hated that. This is why she was correcting people, correcting Paula. So I think it's the reflection for me. Same question for you, Chris. What was more unsettling, the corrected files or seeing her in the reflection?
Seeing her in the reflection.
I like the second one. So, yeah, seeing her in the reflection, that's more unsettling for me. I mean, I'm not scared. Even if I was, I would probably put my big brave face on and try to communicate with her in a very opposite way, like politely or something, or ask her correct questions and get some answers out of her, but in a very nice way. That's what I would do. Let's go to number 4. Why do archives and records offices make strong haunting settings? Well, I think it's probably because the woman from the records office is the original archivist or something like that. She actually was serious about her job, and she wanted people to know that she was doing it very seriously and very correcting way. She hated when they mislabeled everything. She hated when people put files in the wrong file cabinets and the words were different. So that's why she had to correct them. She stayed there because she was trying to help them. She wanted her way. She wanted them to do what she wanted to do. So that's why she stayed. She was trying to help them do correct way. But the haunting thing, she was just trying to help Paula to do her job very correct way. And I think Paula hopefully took the advice. So I think Paula did the right thing too. All right, so let's go to number 5. Okay, guys, we've got 5 questions left. So we're almost done here. Was Paula right to follow the dead woman's clues? Yes. If Agnes wasn't there, Paula would have done the wrong thing. So, Paula would have done different way of putting files in the file cabinets. So, I think Paula took the advice of a dead woman. And so, I think that Agnes was trying to tell her where to look for the right ones. So she was showing Paula what happened to her and where is Agnes's stuff was. So I think she did the right thing, but Agnes wanted to communicate with the others, but she had a bad feeling that this would turn out very difficult way to get contact with the living. So Agnes chose Paula, so Paula did what she had to do. She took Agnes's advice and did what she got it through. So now Agnes can be free. Paula helped her. She told everyone, and now she's free. It's all good. They helped her find her way out of the time loop of living her final moments, and now she is in heaven. So, all right, let's go to number 6. What do you make of the phrase, nothing is lost, it is only where you failed to look? Well, this phrase is like she was telling Paula that nothing can ever be lost unless they're right in front of you. You just don't remember where you put your stuff, and if you think you lost them somewhere, but she knows that the stuff is right in front of her. The file cabinet stuff is right there, right under her nose on the desk. So I think that Agnes was saying that nothing is lost. It is only where you fail to look, which is like the files are in the wrong file cabinet, put them in the right way, in the right cabinet, and it's right there on the table, the stuff that the judge needed, and since Paula found it, and then she can take it to the judge, and the judge will finally get what he wanted as well, like the files or the sealed records or whatever. But yeah, so Paula did the right thing, and she finally got what she needed to. And Agnes, she found her way out. She moved on. She literally went to heaven. So I'm glad that she did. All right, let's go to number 7. Can bureaucracy itself become a part of a haunting? Yes, it can. I mean, literally, the bureaucracy actually could, because if it wasn't, things would be different. Agnes would still be alive, and she would do everything she can, retire, die, grow old, and die of old age, and everything would be fine. But Agnes died. So at her desk, while she was doing her job, she took her job very seriously, but now she's in heaven watching over the new people who are still alive on earth, doing the same thing that Agnes did when she was alive, honoring her by doing the same job, same way that Agnes did, putting things in the right cabinets. All the records were sealed into the right file cabinets. Everything was labeled and written the right way. Okay, let's go to number 8. Would you trust a ghost who cared about legal records? Yes. Absolutely a yes. If Paula didn't, she would clearly be a little crazy. If she didn't trust it, she would be like falling apart. That job would clearly make her go insane. So I'm glad that Agnes trusted Paula and Paula trusted her. So clearly that Paula finally got what she needed to do by trusting the spirit, and I think Agnes was helping Paula, and Paula is honoring Agnes for following her advice. Let's go to number 9. All right, guys, we have 2 questions left before I sign off. Do you think Agnes was more concerned with order or justice? I think she was concerned with order because she took her job very seriously. She would not care if they would treat her like shit, but she took her job very seriously. Just like I take my podcast here a serious job. And I love it. My husband is supportive, even my cat, but she's downstairs right now asleep. She is too tired because, well, she had, I don't know, very hard day just by being lazy, because that's what cats are. Their job is to sleep a lot, eat, go to the bathroom 1,000 times, come back and repeat. So that's just how my cat is. So anyway, I take my podcasting job very seriously. I'm working very hard just to earn enough earnings, because a lot of people get paid a lot, mostly like minimum wage or something like that. So Agnes, she is a lot concerned with her order, not just justice, but she's concerned about everything, even in death. All right, guys, we have one more question before I sign off. If a dead clerk kept revealing buried truths, would you keep listening? Yes, I would.
Yes.
If I found a lot of truth what the other person was trying to bury, I would tell the spirit what I found, even if the spirit would not hear it. So I probably would definitely listen to the ghost what she wanted. She wanted the truth to get out. So I think that Agnes finally got Paula to trust her, and now Paula is honoring Agnes with the same way what Agnes did with the job. So, all right, guys, we are out of time. So that's all the report I have for all of you tonight. Tomorrow we'll be doing the new episode. It is called The Boy in the Bread Aisle, which is something to do with the grocery store and the spirit inside the actual grocery store. Like, I don't know what the child is doing, something. But anyway, that's tomorrow's episode. So thank you guys for watching, listening, and be brave. Thank you for being very confident and brave enough to listen to this story and watch this wonderful show, Ghosting with Anya. So happy 4th of July. May God bless you all and have a wonderful night. Please stay safe, have fun, stay spooky, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night, episode 184. So please click like, share, and subscribe. And thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Good night, everyone. Bye.